Okay, here is presentation considering flipping the classroom and flipped learning. I used this theme of the baby at the laptop, thinking about that what some of you might experience or think about. It's someone who's having kids involved in the teaching and the preparation might be a little different and unusual. So what is this all about? What is the flipped classroom? This is part of a larger infographic from, I don't know how to pronounce it, Newton on the flipped classroom. And you see it compares the traditional classroom with the lecture in class with the flipped classroom where the lecture is on video that they can watch at home, online video, and they have activities in class instead. Another site which I think is British, when you watch the video, we won't do it now for this presentation, the narrator certainly has a British accent, an English accent. But Flipped Institute explains it this way, starting with the teacher creating a video that explains a concept, and that will be placed online, and the students can watch it whenever and wherever it is convenient for them. And class time then is spent applying their knowledge with engaging activities and more one-on-one teacher support. This is an interesting video. Again, we won't watch it in this presentation, you can watch it on your own, but she explains what the flipped classroom is in 60 seconds. And this graphic from a blog, and also available in book form, explains the flipped classroom module as you start off a concept up here with experience, games, simulations, interactives, experiential engagement. And then you go to the concept exploration afterwards that undergirds what they learn from this experience. And then the students are allowed to reflect on their experiences, what it means for them, so what, and then you complete the circle, creating personalized projects and presentations, demonstrating and applying the concepts that they work on. This video on YouTube is interesting, an animated explanation of the flipped classroom. And this is also interesting. This is an interview with some students. It was posted just this past week, January 23rd, 2014, where students are interviewed by one of the developers of the flipped class movement, John Bergman. He and Aaron Sams are considered pioneers of the movement, and they teach in Colorado. Bergman's website is Turning Learning on Its Head, johnbergman.com. We might ask ourselves, is the flipped classroom the same as flipped learning? Not really, because of course any more than learning is the same as the classroom. But flipped learning occurs, notice in this definition, when direct instruction is moved from the classroom to the individual learning environment. Another useful resource website is Flip Learning Network. And then I noticed as I was doing my own research, and I'm hoping you will do some of your own as well, not just rely on what's in the PowerPoint and on the resource page in Canvas, but there's also Flip Teaching. And this is an article from the Daily Riff about Flip Teaching, also called reverse teaching or a backwards classroom, or reverse instruction. But this looks like basically the same thing as the flipped classroom. Kids watching lectures and videos at home, and classes for activities hands-on and one-on-one interaction with teachers and with peers. Some places call it flip teaching, like this website, flipteaching.com. On one of their web pages, it tells us where flip teaching comes from, including another concept called the inverted classroom, which goes all the way back to the year 2000, as well as Piaget, constructive learning. The term isn't mentioned there, but that is really what this is all about. You can read the article, the original article from 2000 about inverting the classroom online. And this is the section where they define exactly what they mean by inverting the classroom. So how do you do it? Flip Learning Network, flipclassroom.org, has a number of videos, including this one, about how to flip your classroom, and also how to prepare your students. There are questions that must not be ignored, and this is an interesting way of presenting it, from a cartoon from Jeff Brandsburg. Do most of your students complete their homework right now? If they don't, there may be bigger problems for you to consider before you even think about flipping the learning. Do your students have web access at home? If they don't, what solutions do you have? Do you send it home to them with them on a flash drive? Can they use their own devices, smartphones, cell phones? A big question is, do you have the time to create the videos? I copied this from a blog from Lisa Nielsen, but you can directly get the full cartoon. This is only half of the strip at this address here, bitstrips.com. John Bergman helps us to understand what the flipped classroom is not, and it's not just all about online videos. The online videos is just a way of providing the instruction in a different ways where students are able to learn the concepts on their own, at their own speed. But the flipped classroom is all about interaction and meaningful learning activities face to face. This article is on edutopia.org, which is a production of the George Lucas Educational Foundation. Star Wars money. And part of a blog that is on Edutopia. In the same blog, Mary Beth Hertz considers why it won't always work. And there's the problem about, for both rural and urban teachers, is the access. Can they use a public library? Sometimes, sometimes not. Can burning DVDs help? Do you have time to make a classroom set of DVDs? How about after school time? That might work if there are enough computers in the school computer lab. Another article talking about the pros and cons is at a website called teachhub.com. And finally, another consideration to think about, an article about the flipped classroom from Education Next, online at educationnext.org, but this is from the PDF version because this cartoon is kind of interesting. With so little free time, you have to learn to multitask your TV watching, iPod listening, and texting with your homework. Giving them online videos for homework might be a problem with all the kids' times that they're involved in. Not only their own TV watching, etc., but also if they're involved in sports. Another question to think about. Well, that is the presentation. There are more resources on Canvas, and I hope you find other useful sources as well, especially personal experiences of flipped classroom. And your job will be now to put something together that either just simply explains what the flipped classroom is all about, or talks about personal experiences of making a flipped classroom. Thank you.